Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, someone always has something to say about it? You work hard, you love deeply, you try your best, and still, people find fault. Some will call you too bold, others too quiet. Some will say you dream too big, others that you aim too low. It's a strange truth of life. If you try to please everyone, you'll end up pleasing no one, least of all yourself. Let me tell you a story. It's an old tale about a father, his son, and a donkey. As simple as it sounds, it holds one of the most profound lessons you'll ever learn about life. Long ago, in a small, dusty village, lived a poor man and his young son. One morning they decided to travel to the nearby town to sell some goods at the market. The road was long, the sun was blazing, and their only companion was a small, loyal donkey. As they set off, the father thought, "My son is young and full of energy. I'll ride the donkey, and he can walk beside me. That way I'll be strong enough to protect him when we reach the town." So, the father sat on the donkey, and the boy walked quietly beside him, humming softly. But soon a group of villagers passed by, pointing and laughing. "Shame on you, old man," one shouted, "riding comfortably while your poor little boy walks under the hot sun. What kind of father are you?" The father's heart sank. He immediately got off. "You're right," he said, ashamed. "My son, you should ride. I'll walk." Now the boy sat on the donkey, and the father walked beside him, sweating under the midday sun. They hadn't gone far when they met another group of travelers. "Look at that boy," one man sneered. "No respect for his father. The old man walks in the heat while the child sits and enjoys the ride. What kind of son is that?" The boy's cheeks flushed red with guilt. He quickly slid off the donkey. "Father, they're right," he said softly. "I shouldn't ride while you walk." The father sighed. "Then perhaps we should both ride," he suggested. "That way no one will have a reason to complain." So, the father and son climbed onto the donkey together. The poor animal strained under their combined weight, its legs trembling. Soon enough, they encountered a group of merchants who gasped in horror. "How cruel," they exclaimed. "Two people on one small donkey. Have they no mercy? Such selfishness." The father frowned. He whispered to his nervous son, "It seems we've angered them too. Maybe we should both walk beside the donkey instead." So, they both climbed down, letting the donkey walk freely between them. By the time they neared the town, they were both sweating and their feet were sore, but they felt a sense of peace. At least now, they thought, no one could find fault. But as they entered the market, people began to laugh hysterically. "Look at these fools," someone shouted. "They own a donkey, yet both of them walk like beggars. What stupidity." Others joined in, clapping and mocking them. "What's the point of having a donkey if it carries no one?" The father and son stopped, utterly confused and humiliated. They had tried everything, and still, everyone found something wrong. The father scratched his head and muttered, "No matter what we do, people always have an opinion. Maybe we should try something completely different." He looked at his son, then at the donkey, and finally at the laughing crowd. "Let's see if this will satisfy them," he said. So, they tied the donkey's legs with a rope, slipped a stick through, and together, they lifted the donkey onto their shoulders. The sight was ridiculous. They stumbled into the marketplace, carrying a donkey, as the crowd roared with laughter. "Two idiots carrying a donkey instead of riding it," the vendors shouted. The entire market echoed with mockery. Finally, exhausted and embarrassed, they set the donkey down. The father looked into his son's tearful eyes and spoke softly, "My son, today you have learned one of life's greatest truths. No matter what you do, people will always have something to say. If I ride, they call me cruel. If you ride, they call you disrespectful. If we both ride, they call us merciless. If we both walk, they call us fools. And if we try to please everyone, we end up carrying our own donkey." He placed a hand on his son's shoulder. "Listen carefully, my child. Never live your life by the noise of others. Live by the voice within your own values, your own truth, your own heart, because the world will always talk, but your life is yours to live. My friend, this world is full of voices, loud, opinionated, and never satisfied. If you chase their approval, you will lose your direction. You'll twist yourself to fit every expectation until one day, you won't even recognize who you are. So stop listening to every opinion. Stop letting others decide your worth, because people will talk whether you win or fail, rise or fall, speak or stay silent. The only voice that truly matters is the one that comes from your own heart. Live by that and you'll never have to carry anyone's donkey again." If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to stop doubting themselves. Remember, the world will always speak, but your destiny belongs to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that remind us to live boldly, freely, and true to ourselves.